This video is long overdue, but I'm just going to be one more voice that is talking about an extremely out of control problem in the Fortnite community. I've played Fortnite Zero Build since it came out mid chapter 3, and this is the absolute worst I've ever seen cheaters in the game. What's up, everybody? I'm MF Buddy. I typically make content that is focused on educational Fortnite Zero Build content, but I wanted to make this video because this is something that needs to be addressed immediately and urgently by Epic Games. I want to take a shot at showing you guys who play more casually and for those who play competitively just how bad the cheating problem is in competitive Fortnite Zero Build. And I also want to highlight how extremely silent Epic Games has been and how they are appearing to do absolutely nothing about the problem. All right, so here's the very first thing that I want to show you guys. Some of y'all might have seen this. This is not necessarily rage hacking, but to give a little bit of context, this is the Duo Cash Cup Finals, and this is on the Brazil region. So for this clip right here, I'm actually just gonna play it out and you guys can kind of watch it and get an idea of what's going on.
What is always happening when you're not working on your freaking game? All of these people were playing Brazil Duo Cash Cup. They had absolutely same skins and they landed Grand Glacier, right? But it's not end. They're not fighting as always. Okay, that's good. Teaming is not the problem in our game, yeah. That 8 people can just run around the fucking location and no one will care. They're still not done, by the way. Cup is end. But look what will happen next. They started. And you know what? They started to abuse points by that. Epic, all of your problem is that you don't have online supporters that will just look into the fucking replays online on tournaments. Just hire team for 10 people and pay them $20k. That's nothing for multi-billionaire campaign. You can just hire.
All right, so basically what he goes on to point out here is that there is about 6 teams that landed off spawn, and these guys in the finals literally are all teaming in agreement and just farming points off killing one another right here. So basically they knock someone's duo, thirst them, let the duo reboot, and then the other team does the same. For anything to survive, like let's talk about a sport, let's talk about competition at the highest level. There has to be a strong measure of competitive integrity, which at this point, and most likely it's not gonna happen, there has to be competitive integrity. At this point, there is hardly any competitive integrity in Fortnite Zero Build tournaments. There is sincerely no real reason to be playing tournaments at this point other than you're bored and that's all there is to do. After every single tournament, there is an immense amount of comp players who get to Twitter who end up trying to tag Fortnite, Epic Games, Fortnite status, and there is more than enough tags to Fortnite status to have grabbed the attention of whoever's running these accounts. Part of me thinks that nobody runs these accounts, like these are just bots and they look for trigger words and it has like a pre-planned tweet, whatever. But what I want to show you here is some of the recent tweets from Fortnite status going back probably over the next month. The major thing happened right here with FNCS, like a bug that just DQs people from the leaderboard, frame rate PC. Here we go, Pirates code bonus goals. More quest stuff, item shop, jam track. So the point that I want to make right here is there's never been a response to anything in regards to cheaters, to hackers, and to how bad it is. So listen, let me ask you this. If you are a person who is in a working relationship with another human and you vocalize something that you need in order to enjoy the relationship. If you're in a relationship with somebody and there is zero communication about anything, in fact, it comes across like it's fully getting ignored, how would you feel as a player in the game? You feel invalidated, you feel not cared about, you feel like it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, if it mattered to Epic Games, they would have vocally and publicly said something about the issue, even if they're not able to solve the issue yet with these hackers who are using DMA. So the silence speaks very clearly about what they actually care about. So bottom line is, it is almost indisputable at this point that Epic Games does not care about competition, especially in zero build. So of course we have FNCS, which most likely will always be there, which that is going to get a high level of care for the most part. But there is radio silence, even though these tournaments are absolutely infested with people rage hacking on multiple accounts a day, most likely. And because there is no longer a region lock, these hackers are literally going from tournament to tournament throughout the entire day in tournaments that they are making money and just stealing free money. I don't know how much of these people actually get paid out, but I know for the person who is trying to compete fairly, who's trying to grow their skill to be able to compete at the highest level, they don't truly get a chance. It's an absolute joke that in the zero build community, cash cups are literally called the cheater cups. I think for me personally, the thing that is extremely challenging is knowing that because there is such a lack of competitive integrity, of people having like their own conscience that's like, hey, this is stupid, I'm not gonna do this. The problem is this actually will destroy Fortnite zero build. It really will. There will be no potential for true growth in the game mode. There will never be any major LAN events sponsored or put on by Epic Games. We're going to have to fully rely on third-party tournaments who want to do a big prize pool. But there is no way under these conditions currently that this game mode could grow on a competitive esports level. It's actually laughable how blatant the rage hacking is and how these people not only don't get banned on spot, they go on to be in the finals the next day and they go on to win these finals. Right here, the title, this is Pilkey who tweeted this.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's shameless.
Shameless, bro. That's literally like the perfect word to like describe it. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's shameless, dude.
What he said in this is, I'm having a blast. 40 plus cheating teams in a finals. So in finals, you have to understand there's 50 teams that make it to finals. 40 plus are cheating in the finals of a zero build cash cup. Go back, like in the early days of zero build, we maybe had like one cheater that would be floating around tournaments. Now we have tournaments that are actually worth it in regards to competing. Duo cash cups for zero build got announced at the beginning of this season. The hype is up. Region lock gets taken off as well, but it just gets flooded with rage hackers. This was not really insanely heard of. Like, we knew cheaters were going to be in tournaments, but it's when you get into a high elo lobby, like you actually have to question every single person that you run into unless you know who they are. That is like an absolute degradation of the integrity. That, like, there's no competitive integrity. One more clip from Pilkey, by the way. And if you don't know who Pilkey is, he is one of the best zero build comp players. The man's just like the absolute GOAT. He really is. Absolutely destroyed. Like, nobody hits those shots. Now I can't be the person that like talks to like the specifics. What is DMA and how does it all work? I'm not that person. But what I am gonna raise like vocally and put in a video about is how in Epic Games, like if you ever see this, like I would not withdraw this statement. The lack of publicly acknowledging the monstrous issue that is clearly happening in the competitive space of zero build and most likely battle royale as well. The lack of vocalizing, even making a public statement, is gross. It's absolutely like disrespectful. Honestly, it's extremely poor management. And the fact that you're unwilling to talk about this, but you're willing to hop on some random tweet where someone says their back bling isn't working is incredibly insulting as a player who drives traffic to your game, who keeps attention on your game. So this is the most recent 0 build solo victory cup. And you know what's funny? It's you open any 0 build tournament at this point, like it doesn't have to be anything specific. You just know most likely the person in first place, second place. A lot of these guys are cheating. This guy's name Easy Earner. I don't even have to open it to know that this guy's most likely cheating. But I'm gonna click on the first guy. We're gonna go in here. And this is the finals, bro. You are not dropping 21 kills unless you are literally one of the best players in the world in a solo finals. It just doesn't work like that. So this guy is, I haven't even clicked on it. I know this dude's full raging. That's how bad this is. A majority of the cheaters, I don't know what it is, but they wear this skin or that holiday boxy skin. So this guy is going for brutal, gray burst right now, by the way. So let's just see how a little bit of this unfolds. And what I want you to like pay attention for right here is he's running walls and aimbot. I could already tell. Okay, so look at this. Fully shreds that guy. I have the outlines in the replay mode. This guy right here. Dead. Okay, boom. What is he doing? He's literally looking at all these players down here because he has wall hacks. So some of y'all might not be as familiar with hackers, with aimbot, etc., because you play more casually, which is totally fine. But you have no way of beating this. There's just no way to beat this. All right, so we're just gonna pop into the end game from this really quick. Not normal. So basically, I'm just trying to paint a picture to what this looks like and just make an attempt to bring awareness. And my hope is that this video pops off to the place that it somehow just grabs attention of the right people. Because this is a joke, bro. Like, why even put tournaments out if you're not going to be willing to manage them and take care of them? For me personally, I find it very hard to believe that Epic Games, as a billion-dollar company, is getting outsmarted by teenagers, right? Like little underground cheat devs. Am I expected to believe that a billion-dollar company can't allocate the necessary resources to be able to outsmart a handful of people who are extremely smart in developing these cheats, whatever it is, how it works with like the DMA? They might be like IQ smarter, like the cheat devs, but $1 billion, you can figure out ways to eventually outsmart, just from money alone, the problem, right? And even if you don't have a solution yet, the simple communication from the company to the players to say, hey, we are very aware of the problem that is happening with hackers. Here's the honest truth. We don't have a solution. But until then, we want to let you know that we're going to be in close communication. We're going to let you know what we're doing, etc. The lack of transparency is just, it's gross. It's unacceptable. And we have people who really are grinding in the game because they want to become better in the game. They want to be able to succeed at the highest level. But the complete silence from you, Epic, as a company, it's not right. We're literally seeing from different cheaters, their responses is they aren't worried, they aren't scared. They literally are laughing at Epic Games because of all this. So the fact that they feel so comfortable with this just shows you how little repercussions there actually are for ruining everybody else's tournament. Now, I'm not going to say this for every single person that's cheating, but for those of you like who kind of want to put this in perspective, somebody has told me before that, like, you know, I'm saying the most of this. I don't agree. I agree kind of with what I'm about to tell you guys, but for somebody that gets sheer pleasure out of ruining somebody else's game. So basically, someone who gets pleasure from bringing harm to someone else, that is sociopathic behavior. That's sadistic behavior. In my mind, if you cheat in any video game, you're just a lowlife. Now, take that and you're literally robbing people who are actually trying to earn money. You're even more of a lowlife, like you're a scumbag. And the fact that you are even remotely comfortable with being this blatant with cheating, you need to reevaluate your conscience and your ability to feel right and wrong. For anybody who is older, who has actually earned real money in their life, they will say the exact same thing. Quick money, deceptive money, dirty money, it does not last. And your entire mindset around money itself is completely broken. And if you don't change your mindset on money, how to acquire it, you're literally going to be broke in the next, probably, like, I'm looking 5 years down the road for you. You're most likely still going to be broke. And you'll probably look back at the time you were rage hacking in Fortnite, and that probably will be the most money that you ever made, which is pathetic. Acquiring money, it's more than just figuring out a way that you can get it, whether it's right or wrong. Like, dirty money just doesn't last, bro. It just doesn't. So if you're a rage hacker and you're watching this and you're actually just like, you need money for some reason, like there's a real financial need, you need to understand that the way that you're acquiring money energetically, like we're going into like quantum physics here, that money will not last because energetically you got it wrong. And that's all that there is to it, man. It really is like an invisible law. Go do some homework, go do some research, and then come back to me and tell me if I'm wrong. All of y'all who are kind of like in these little like hacker communities, bro, y'all might not get caught, but you are getting caught by you. You know, even if you never get caught by Epic Games, even if you never get banned, like you're the one that has to go to bed with you at the end of the night. And whether you feel it right this second or whether it's 3 months down the road, you're not only ruining everybody else that's just playing the game fairly, you're ruining you. Like internally, the you that has a stable internal government system, you're ruining that, bro. And the harm of that long term is way worse than what you're doing to Fortnite players. And my hope for some of y'all is that you realize that this is way bigger than you think it is when you try to tell people it's not that deep. I really want to see Zero Build thrive. I want to see it grow, and I want to see it grow into an esport that is respected. But the bottom line is, as of right now, it will never happen. I hope that I'm wrong, but the way that things are going, there's no way that this could survive. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. Tell me a little bit about if you've experienced this. I'm sure if you're a comp player, you have, but I'd love to hear all y'all's thoughts. And yeah, smash the like button, subscribe for more Zero Build content. Until next time, I'm MF Buddy. Peace.